Greetings, this is Eugene the Philostopher, the greatest living philosopher after the unfortunate passing of Quentin Robert de Nameland, who has been the greatest living philosopher before me. Now, what is a better way to celebrate the longest night of the year and also Frank Zappa's birthday, who Frank Zappa gave the name to this channel, right? The Philostopher. And also, maybe you would say the fact that I'm still basically unemployed. So it's to make some big announcements, especially since there were no videos on this channel for like 2 months already, right? So, okay, but let me give you a bit of a motivation to make my point. So, at least 3 people have asked me in the last 2 months about possible donations to me. Like, they basically said, hey, guy, I want to pay you. How can I do that? And there were no options available back then anyway. And like, spoiler alert, now there are. And this is what this video is all about. There's going to be actually a second video right after this one. I think I'm going to publish them like in close succession, basically simultaneously, but the second video is going to be about a more profound thing, but they're related anyway. So I thought on the topic of donations, like, why not, right? So if there's a demand, why shouldn't I provide a supply? And I started looking for services in terms of donations. And obviously, when you think about donations to content creators, you think about Patreon, right? But Patreon kind of sucks, right? Like, it has weird policies. It has all this wicked design. It's not really friendly. So I started looking for other options, and I found a much better option, at least I think so, which is Ko-Fi, that is K-O-F-I, K-O-F-I, or it's Ko-Fi, like, technically, like, they're asking you to pay for coffee, literally, but, so I think it should be pronounced as coffee, but it's K-O-F-I. But anyway, their advantages, like, with respect to Patreon, are that they accept one-time donations, which Patreon doesn't, and they are not as screwed as Patreon is. And also they are much friendlier, and like the design is much cozier. So if you just, okay, I'll provide you the links later. So anyways, and I wish to express my thanks right here to Ted McDonald, aka Barefoot Ted, who has helped me to set up the whole pipeline. By the way, see the description for the links to his website, barefootted.com. So I just needed to make this shout out because he really helped me a lot in setting everything up there. So I've set up my Ko-Fi, I don't know, Ko-Fi probably, page, which is ko-fi.com/philosopher with a T, of course. So it's ko-fi.com/philostopher, Philostopher. If I didn't forget T, of course. I'm not British, so I might forget T, of course, yeah. So anyways, all the links are going to be in the description anyway. So this website accepts one-time donations, which are always appreciated because, like, you know, by that point, like, I was making the content, like all these videos and stuff, like just out of the blue, you know, whenever I had the time, whenever I wished to do so, etc. Basically motivated only by vanity, you know. But if I see that people actually appreciate it, like basically giving a part of themselves into it in the form of money, and again, I'm kind of returning vaguely to my videos about money, then yeah, it kind of feels very different, you know. Like, even when a person like donates you $1, basically just for what you're doing, it motivates you to like an order, like higher order of a degree. I don't know if that phrase makes sense, but I hope you understand what I mean, right? Something like that. So yeah, like it really matters a lot. That's what I'm saying. Not just in pure material sense, because like, yeah, it's like already a whole different game, if you know what I mean. All right. So yeah, even one-time donations would be highly appreciated. And I'm gonna set up a rule, so to speak. If you donate $15 or more to my Ko-fi account, or actually other places, which I'm gonna give you links to later, you're gonna be acknowledged in the videos. Like your name would be like forever there, basically. I'm not gonna take it down. Even if you just donate $15 and then don't donate anything like in the years to come, which I hope this channel would exist still. All right, you would still be there. Right? Like imagine people watching these videos like 10 years after, with me having like 10 millions of subscribers, and you would still be there, something like that. Well, hopefully, you know. Yeah. But this website also obviously has the options for recurring donations, which is the same as Patreon basically, and it's like membership type of donations, right? And I've set up 3 tiers there, and the cheapest one would give you, it's called the camel tier. I mean, if you know where the references come from, then kudos to you. So the camel tier would give you, and actually all the following tiers obviously give you all the previous benefits, right? So the camel tier would give you some additional content, and I'll return to this later, like a minute later, 3 minutes later. But I would also, since you already see I don't really have much content on the channel in the first place, even though there's a caveat, I'll probably return to it if I wouldn't forget. But anyways, all the subscribers would receive the videos, which would later be published on YouTube, 2 weeks earlier. So if you're subscribed, you're gonna see the videos there on Ko-fi like 2 weeks earlier than here on YouTube. And it's like a necessary measure because, again, there isn't much content. So I needed to make an incentive of some sort, right? And again, since my content is more or less evergreen, I don't really care too much whether it's published today or a month later. It's still gonna be relevant. So there's my leverage, you know, over this situation. And my computer actually is making weird noises. It has never done so, so I'm a bit concerned at the moment, but hopefully everything is gonna be all right. Oh, it might be my chair actually. Yeah, it's my chair. Then it's fine. The worst that could happen is me falling down basically and breaking my neck. Okay, so you will receive some additional content. Again, look at Ko-fi link, and there's an exact, you know, list of what you would get, but you will get some additional content. You will get 2 weeks earlier videos. You will get a Discord access, and this might be actually a bad idea. Like, I've thought about it, and I thought, like, why the hell not? Why not create a Discord server? So I did. And so it's already linked to Ko-fi account, so you'll be invited if you go for membership. And like, to be honest, like, I've spent on Discord much more time than in every other social network in recent months. So maybe it makes sense. I mean, at least I'm there most of the time, you know, because I'm playing, you know, some games with my team. And actually, there's an option in Ko-fi to like sell some digital content. So maybe if you wish, if you have some dirty desire to watch me playing with my team, maybe I should sell this as well for like $1 or something. I'll think about it. Maybe it will be up by the time you would see this video, which is probably like, I don't know, 20 hours from now, because I'm recording it very late on 20th of December. Anyway, yeah, so I was talking about the oh yeah, regular content. Let me make this caveat. So these last 2 months I didn't spend just like in vain. Well, I kind of did, but what I also did in the passive regime was I was thinking a lot and I was recording a lot. I mean, recording like in terms of written text. So I have ideas for roughly maybe 15 to 16 videos. So I have enough content, I think, as long as I like force myself to do it. And hence I need like some motivation. Like if I see that people are interested, then I would definitely like do it regularly, like once per week at least, right? So there's gonna be some content like early next year, definitely, like all throughout January and February, definitely each week basically, and maybe March even. Like if it's weekly, then it's probably until March, until the end of March at least, and we'll see what we'll have later. Okay, so yeah, and when I said about additional content which would be available to even the like the lowest tier of subscribers, it's the like, you know, I have like literally dozens of ideas which I have just as an idea that I can formulate in a few sentences, and I've never been able to adapt it to this channel because in my eyes this channel is about more prolonged, you know, philosophical kind of discussions, so it was never fit there. But if I have a place to place it to, which is some other place like this Ko-fi service where like you donated a little bit to me and maybe you wish to like see more raw content, more, well, it sounds dirty, but closer to the body sort of content, I don't know, like look into my workshop in a way, then I think that's exactly the place where it should be. So I would post it there. Like, yeah, I'll just like read my notebooks and oh, that's a cool idea, and I'll record like a 3-minute video on it, and there you go. Like, you know, and I may post it much more, well, maybe not much more frequent, but it's gonna be certainly an extra, you know, additional content, like some food for thought, things like that. Okay. All right. Yeah. There's a second tier. So this was like the description of a first tier, like the cheapest, the simplest one, which is the camel, and the second is the lion, obviously, if you know what I mean. And it promotes more engagement, or not promotes, provides more engagement. So there, again, on this Discord server, or maybe through other services, I mean, depending, you can message me and we'll like somehow figure it out. You can ask me questions. We can have like weekly voice chats even. It's actually included in the price, so we will have that. So we'll just talk about whatever you wish. You can ask me questions. Maybe your thoughts would provoke ideas for new videos and stuff like that. So this is the idea behind this second tier. Like more engagement, more like involvement in and basically you controlling the content to some degree, right? If you can contribute something which I think is valuable to others, this is cool. And even if I don't think it's valuable to others, at least you can talk to me directly and listen to my response, even in real time, you know? So maybe it's worth it. That's what I'm saying. Well, it obviously depends to your choice. On your choice, I should have said. And there are some other tokens like on this Ko-fi. By the way, I've set it up literally today. I mean, I've been preparing it for like a week already, so there are some older things, but only today I've made it usable, I think. So it's all kind of fresh and it's all kind of untested and stuff. So screw-ups might happen, so message me on my email if anything of that happens. And I'm not actually, I think I'm not gonna give you my email in the description of this video because well, I'm afraid of spam. But watch any of my lectures on Thunderbolt's project channel, or you actually can look at my paper at eartharchive.org. Okay, I'll mention this paper later. Well, okay. Well, at the very least, comment under this video and I'll contact you myself. So, message me if anything goes wrong, basically. That's the idea, okay? So there are some other things you can do on this website. So maybe I'll upload this Heroes of the Storm game. If you are like a super devoted fan, I don't even know why you would need that. But I also have a bunch of scripts for my videos. Like I've actually saved, I think all of them or almost all of them. So I have like maybe 70 of them or well, something like that. Which is like A4 piece of paper with my handwriting, which I read. Like I read this script right now for this video from there, literally. It's attached to my table. So you can buy those if you wish, like to have some physical token, and maybe I'll add something extra to the letter. But it's like really nothing. I mean, if you don't need it, then don't buy it, basically. Like if you have some sort of dirty fetish of this sort, or very noble fetish, you know, then maybe you would like that. And I promise not to add anthrax spores there into the letter. You know, I said something extra, it wouldn't be anthrax spores. And not corona. I'm not even sure if it's spores, it's probably not. But yeah, I mean, anthrax spores is like early 2000s, right? It's like already a generation ago. Maybe I will sometime add to this shop on Ko-fi some of my music. Like again, you can pay $1 and download all of my music that I've written throughout my whole life. Like some of which you can hear on this channel, for example. But there's much more actually. Yeah, and there are other options for donating. Again, you can donate directly through PayPal if you wish. I'll add the link again to the description. You can donate through with Bitcoin. I have a wallet there. You can donate with Chia. Again, kudos to Ted. If you wish, you can. Which is another cryptocurrency. So see all those links in the description. So yeah, this was one of the announcements I wish to make today, which is the availability of donation options at the moment and the bonuses they would bring. And like, yeah, like really, yeah, I feel like, you know, when people like appreciate what you do with money, it feels very different from when they just randomly appreciate what you do, you know. It feels like now I actually have to work much harder, you know, afterwards. Or at least that's my ethic, my internal like instinct, sort of. So yeah, in a way, I'm trying to force you to motivate me to do better, you know. So yeah, it's something like that. It's a really weird thing, but yeah. Okay, anyway, this was the first part of today's material, or I don't know, maybe I'll make it like in 2 days, but probably not. Probably I'll publish the second video right away. The second video is gonna be probably much more interesting than this one, so keep an eye. So, alright, so far, look in the description, thanks to Ted McDonald. Look at his website as well. Look out for my Ko-fi page, it's already up, you can already pay there. You can already buy stupid scripts. And I'll have to spend my time to send it to you wherever you are. By the way, yeah, you'll have to tell me your address, just in case, because it's gonna be a physical letter, right? Anyway, thank you for watching. The eons are closing.